The People Against Poverty and Apathy Festival, Papa Fest, is a convergence of communities and movements coming together to share, to dream, and to create.
Hundreds of folks from across the country camped out in the little village, where we spent some time conspiring in learning workshops, making music and worshiping God, telling stories over campfires, and cooling off in the water. This celebration is a place where we can cultivate a prophetic way of living.
Papa Fest has a completely different feel from your average conference or music festival, as this little village is dependent on the joy and work of everyone. There is no passive attendee.
It's organized entirely by voluntary effort, no paid staff, and is funded by the donations of communities committed to it. Communities we call co-conspirators.
These organizations, groups, and churches pool their resources together, large and small, to host the gathering. There's no set charge, with the invitation to offer your gifts and money to pull it off. This assures that everyone's able to make it to the celebration.
At the last Papa Festival, the days were full of learning and fun. The scheduled morning sessions were geared towards teaching and panel discussions. We pondered things like community, theology, racial reconciliation, economics, sexuality, ecology, parenting, and peacemaking.
Midday, there was live music before the afternoon workshops began. These workshops carved out a space for us to use our hands to build the world we dream of. These how-to sessions explored practical, hands-on skills that folks could take and apply at home.
We learned about sewing, herbal remedies, bike repair, drumming, fly fishing, the circus, dance, creative writing, sustainable building, cooking, canning, and much more.
All the speakers for both the morning and afternoon sessions were folks who were studying and practicing the stuff they talked about. The evenings capped off the day with storytelling in the children's village.
And the air was filled with inspiring music from the stage. Music from friends like Amy Wilson, John Felton and his Soulmobile, American Sasquatch, Bad Faces Clan, Infradig, Danny Salazar y Los Cuatro, Listener, Trace Bundy, Salters, and Me Without You.
Of course, just as much happened in the unscheduled times between the sessions, in the surprises and winsome playing, wandering through the camp to meet new friends, sharing meals, hanging with kids in the children's village, jumping into the water, stopping into the prayer space, even checking out the natural toilets composting in Pooh Town.
There was the bartering village, too, up the hill in the barn, where everyone traded things, not for money, but for other gifts and creations.
There were CDs and books, fair trade coffee and t-shirts, blueberries and chickens, and folks offering massages and homemade goodies.
We even had our own currency, Papa Hours or Papas. Folks earned and exchanged these by working in the clinic or children's village, for cleaning up trash or refilling water jugs, or a variety of other tasks that created the festival.
As you wander around the site, you can't help but see the joy and hope that shows on folks' faces. It's contagious. The feeling of support and encouragement propels you to consider that these alternative ways of living and thinking are not only necessary, but also possible.
You come home with new eyes after hearing a perspective from someone who looks at the world differently. You come home with new dreams and the capacity to build them. You come home reminded that you are not crazy. Or if you are crazy, at least you're not alone. All this from a simple, celebratory gathering of friends.
Well, we've had a year off now, and it's time again to mark your calendar for the next Papa Fest gathering. This beautiful, organic, do-it-yourself convergence is coming up, and you can be part of it.
To find out more details, to contribute, or to register, check out the website at papafestival.org.
We're looking forward to another delightful gathering of folks working together to develop the beloved community. See you there.